Okay, when you first met Pia over 5 years ago now, really had no idea. She's obviously, the reports that I'd had from the previous year were that she was an exceptionally good student, really good at her work and everything, but didn't really know that she was going to do all these other things outside of school as well. It all comes as a bit of a surprise when she suddenly comes up one day and says, I've got to go to a book publishing, I won't be in school this afternoon. So that was really, really, again, very impressive and something which came as a little bit of a surprise. But knowing her now, I'm not that surprised anymore.
She's great in TOK. She's always got her hand up. She's always volunteering ideas, and she's really keen to be a part of every lesson. She's very enthusiastic. She's got her own ideas and she thinks for herself. She does a lot of work and a lot of research, and it's a real pleasure to have her in the class. I was really impressed, actually. I was amazed that a student at my school could write a 300-page novel that's got kind of characters who are interesting and a storyline that's interesting and something that kept me reading all the way through to the end. I was amazed that she managed to write it when she was only 14 years old, and I think if I tried to do the same thing now, I don't think I could do it. So I was really, really impressed.
Welcome back to ASEAN Talent, and we will get into more detail about N.Porpier when she is in school. Can you tell me what you do during the day in your school day?
Mostly it's just like any other regular school, I guess. I mean, I go to school, I have classes, I have a short break, and then I have more classes, have lunch, more classes, and then that's like the end. And then after school, sometimes we do like extracurricular activities, like I'm in the school orchestra, I play the violin, or sometimes we have like sport activity. Mostly it's just hanging out with friends, and I guess like try to learn as much as possible, and then while having fun at the same time for me.
And do you have your readers, your fan club in your schools?
I don't think, like, my friends of the same age group, the ones I hang out with, I don't think they're my fans, but they always make jokes at me. They're always, like, teasing me about mermaids. Or when someone in class mentions, like, mermaids or mythical creatures, they'll turn to me and they'll, like, point and giggle at me just for jokes, you know? And I'll be like, you guys! And then it's just really fun. But then I have actually had incidents where kids from the younger years have approached me and been like, you're the author of this book, right? And then they hold it up and they're really shy and they're like, can you sign it? And it's really endearing, but it's also kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny because they're so shy. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm just another regular student. I'm like, of course I'll sign your book.
Yeah. So how can you manage your time, because you have to write, you finished the Name Treasury and you are during the writing of the third book, right?
I always have, I think, like lots of little exams and stuff, and then I have like a huge exam, and then right now I'm really busy focusing on doing my applications for university, so I'm really busy all the time. But I think for me, I'm always drawn to writing. Like, I have to stop myself from writing to do schoolwork, if that makes sense. As a writer, I think your natural instinct sometimes is just to write. But then right now I'm really busy, so I have to kind of put writing on a break for a while. But then when I have holidays or when I'm free on the weekends, then I'll turn to it and I'll write. But I'm not the type of person who's like really methodical, like I have a schedule for writing or anything. I'll go on these bursts of writing. Like when I was writing my first book, the first couple of months I wrote like consistently, not a lot. And then I went on like this 3-month pause where I didn't write at all. And then after that I like sped write. Like the second half of the book or something. And with book 2, it was kind of similar. Like I'd have these breaks in the middle when I was just kind of like, I don't feel like writing right now. It goes on and off, you know. But I mean, sometimes you really have to trigger your imagination, or sometimes you have to pause it to do other work that you have to do.
Right. And have you started the third book yet?
Yes, I started it, but it's not finished yet.
Can you hint a little bit? What is it about?
Well, I have the complete outline because I finished the outline of the whole trilogy before I started writing book 1. And I have to say book 3 is very much to do with the characters themselves. And it's got a lot of elven myths and mermaid lore tied into the storyline. Like you actually find out that they're really interwoven and everything. And then I'll just say that all the questions and, you know, little clues that I've given throughout book 1 and book 2 that the readers may read and be like, hey, that was never answered. Everything will be revealed in book 3. So I hope it'll be a really satisfying read, and it'll be maybe as action-packed as book 2, but also really, you know, emotional in a way, because it's to do with the characters and what they learn and how they've grown.
And you are about to finish your high school pretty soon.
Yeah.
And you plan to pursue your bachelor degree abroad.
Yeah.
What is your plan?
I know I'm definitely going to the U.S. because it draws to me. I really like their liberal system of education and everything, and I'm looking at applying to the like some of the Ivy Leagues and then another few of the schools. And people always like, are you gonna pursue writing? Are you gonna go study writing? And I'm like, I want to study other things too. Of course, writing is always gonna be with me, and I do want to learn it. It's just that I love how in the U.S. you can choose different things you want to do, different courses, and kind of experiment around a bit. And that's what I love because there's so many things I want to do. I mean, I wanted to study psychology. I want to study urban studies or like, you know, urban development or something. I want to do sociology, law. I want to do some kind of form of business or criminal psychology. I want to do so many things. And there's also writing. And I think that for me, I know that before I leave, I will definitely have to finish book 3. Because I kind of want to leave knowing that I have a trilogy, you know? And I think if I go there and I don't finish it in time, my fans will be pretty angry at me. So I'll definitely finish it before I leave. But then I know that when I'm there, I'm going to look and try and get this trilogy like sold to a big publishing house in America. And I'm also looking at, I think I'm going to write my next trilogy while I'm in the States.
Next trilogy?
Yeah, I have an idea for like a next trilogy already, and it's a bit more adult than this one. Like I don't know, the themes are more adult-ish, I guess. But yeah, I want to grow as a person, you know, learn new things, and then bring that into my writing.
Is it gonna be the fantasy book?
It still has elements of fantasy in it, but I think it's much more grown up. I mean, the characters are definitely not 13, 14. They're much older, and the themes are also older. It's much darker in a way. Like there's more death. There are much more serious issues that they have to deal with. But there's still going to be elements of adventure, of, you know, crime, of solving puzzles and mysteries, and of really intricate characters and their histories. So yeah, that's all I can say for now. But I guess think National Treasure plus Ocean's 11. Plus Indiana Jones, but with kids.
Wow.
Or with teenagers, I guess, not kids.
Well, let's get back to your study. Have you decided what you will study?
I haven't decided on a definite like major. Like, I'm gonna major in this and minor in this, but I'm thinking probably either psychology, like business or law, or something along those lines. Yeah. What would I do? And I realized that I would want to be a National Geographic photographer, travel around the world, and write. Like, that would be like my dream life for me. I mean, yeah, and I'm actually getting to do part of that life now, and I'm not going to give it up. So that's how I really knew that I loved writing.